Excited to be back. Excited to get this weight loss train rolling. Let's do this. Okay, so here's the deal. If any of you follow me on Facebook, on my regular Melissa Hager page, you will know that about, I don't know, a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I posted a goal for 2026 of a 70-pound weight loss. And last week when I got on the scale, I will tell you, I weighed 170, or I'm sorry, I wish, we'll get there. I weighed 271 pounds. And I thought, okay, yeah, it's the week of Thanksgiving, but no big deal. Let's just go ahead and get this thing started in December. Every Monday, we can weigh in, we can help each other, we can rah-rah and let's go. And I had no idea what Thanksgiving could do. It came at me like a linebacker. Because I got on the scale this morning, and even though I had already did my whole plan, I will show that to you in a minute. I put out weekly goals and did all the things. I got on the scale this morning, and I was wildly surprised. And I really wanted to wait and start this in January due to those numbers. But you know what? I decided, what is real about that? And that's what we're doing here, you guys. This is going to be real. This is going to be raw. This is going to be the ups, the downs, and the sideways movements in a weight loss journey, which, I mean, especially for the women watching, hello, that's what we deal with every single day. So why not just be out there with it? I worked really hard during COVID to build this channel and to get this really off the ground. And then I got to tell you, it was the negativity of some of the really awful, mean comments that shut me down. And I went back to my little land of Facebook and TikTok and just kind of lived in there. But that's the old Melissa. I am here loud and proud, and we're going for it. So this is the first Monday of the next step in my journey, which is going to be focused on weight loss and getting back to a healthier, happier weight. A little bit of my backstory. I've struggled with my weight my whole entire life, ever since I was even a kid. I had the fortunate circumstances of being athletic as a junior high and high schooler. I did volleyball, basketball, shot put, and discus. Got some pretty great shot put and discus numbers and records that I'm still pretty proud of this day at 42 years old. But it still didn't outrun my silverware, if that's how we can say it. I still was always what they called back in the day big boned. As a 42-year-old, I will tell you, I have learned I am not big boned. I have the same kind of structure as everybody else. Muscular structure at that, which is great, but there's plenty on this body to get rid of. Fast forward, went up and down 100 pounds like 4 times as an adult. Lost 100 pounds, gained 100 pounds, lost 100 pounds, gained 100 pounds, till I finally, in 2019, had weight loss surgery. I had a gastric sleeve done and got some great results with that. At almost 400 pounds, when I had that surgery, I was able to get all the way down to 200 pounds. I think I hit 199 for like 36 seconds one day. It was pretty exciting. It was really exciting. But still not where I wanted to be. And I think, honestly, if I could replay all that, I felt so good at 200 pounds because it had been so long. I kind of gave up and let everything go. And I've always been a drinker, but I replaced my food because after a weight loss surgery, you just can't eat as much food. And I replaced that with alcohol, Captain and Coke Zero, if I could be very specific. Once in a while, Tito's and sugar-free Red Bull. But anyways, so became a flaming alcoholic. Definitely had an alcohol addiction before that. Did not deal with it. Didn't do anything to recognize it or address it. And after that, that just increasingly got worse, which is a story that many people have. And honestly, I've heard some really tragic stories of people actually losing their life to that. And I'm very thankful to be alive. I'm very thankful to be here actually talking to you guys. I am a year and almost 2 months sober. I completely gave up alcohol in October of 2024. And it was one of the hardest things ever I have been through. Now, a year out, I can tell you it is a little simpler. There still is hard days. But I was drinking every single day. And the first 2 weeks were the worst. After that, the first quarter, probably 3-4 months, were, white knuckling of an experience. But now, over a year out, I've had incredible support. I'm very thankful for all the people that have cheered me on. And that is something I feel like I have a grasp on. So now it's time to turn back to weight loss because, of course, giving up alcohol, I have turned to more food, and I haven't made the best food decisions. So let's go through this scenario so you guys can follow along and see where we're at with this. I weighed in last week at 271. I made a goal to lose 70 pounds in 2026. I thought since I saw 271, no problem. Today, Monday, December 1st, weighing in at 270. I'll just watch what I'm doing this week, get a little extra movement in. You guys know at 200 and some pounds, it's not typically that hard to lose a pound. Yeah, no. I got on the scale this morning, and like I said, it was like a lineman hit me, and I thought, I'm doing it anyways. So this is the paper. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be backwards for you guys, but I'm doing it anyway. So every Monday, the date is written right here at 270 pounds within a year to lose that, which actually I should be hitting that in like November of next year. I minused 1.59-ish pounds off every week. So the goal weight is on this column, and then this is where I can write in the actual weight. I can take a picture of this, and put it in the comments. So it's not backwards for you guys, but 275.4. That's what I weighed in today. That is a tragedy. That is a freight train called Thanksgiving. Plus, we brought home lots of leftovers and have aggressively been eating them because I don't like to waste. So, holy cow, 275.4. But it is what it is. Like I said, we're going to be real here. We're going to be raw. We're going to tell the truth. And whether it hurts or not, and whether some keyboard warrior behind their computer screen has something to tell me, it is what it is. I'm going to just keep being honest. And for those of you that do want to follow along, be encouraged and know that this is a real life story that is going to unfold before your eyes over this next course of this year. The ultimate goal is 155. I will tell you, that is what my body should be structured at, with my height, my bone density, my everything. I should weigh 155, but one step at a time. Let's get back to 200, and we're going to spend that next year together doing that. So thank you for following along. I have a workout to do. I have 2 very active sons. We are just getting into wrestling season. Them going to wrestling practice every day is a great time for me to do a workout instead of sitting in a chair watching them wrestle. And we're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna do this. So all the encouragement you have is welcome. It feeds my soul. Thank you so much. I'm gonna thank you ahead of time, and I'm sure I'm gonna thank you a million more times beyond that. And if I can encourage you in a way, drop me a comment. Let me know. I will do my best to keep up. I do, like I said, mostly live in Facebook land. So if you want to find Melissa Hager on Facebook, I will definitely be. You just have to click the follow. It's my personal page, which can't accept any more friend requests, which is ridiculous. I hate that Facebook does that. It's just the place I'm most comfortable with, which also probably tells you my age. I will try to post more on Instagram, and I will try to get back to posting more stuff on TikTok. But here's where we're doing it. Right here, live on Mondays. I will keep you updated, let you know the wins, the losses from the week, and what worked and what didn't. I'm going to take all this water weight that I am carrying around right now from all that great, salty, awesome food from Thanksgiving and bust it off this week, and we'll see where we weigh in. According to next week, December 8th, I should, if I would have started at 170 or 270 today, I should have weighed 268.4. Let's see. Let's see if we can, how close we can follow along. I got the first quarter. That's what I did is I did 1, 2, 3. I did 4 months, actually, so a little bit longer. I did 4 months, and I believe goals become completely outlandish and ridiculous when you get too far off track, and then you give up completely. And that's what I've done my whole life. I say that from experience. So at the end of these 4 months, after, oh, excuse me, goodness. After that's what happens when you start drinking a lot of water again. You have random burps that come out on YouTube Live. I'm so sorry. After the March 30th weigh-in, where we should be at 243.1, according to the numbers, that's where it should be. We will see where we're actually at, and we can make adjustments for the next 3 or 4 months and go from there. So if you want any homework, if you're really going to follow along and like go get them with me, go ahead and write out your Mondays, write out the dates, and write out what your goal weight should be at each of those weigh-ins on Monday. Medical science says you should easily and healthily, is that a word, healthily, be able to lose 2 pounds a week without losing muscle mass, especially if you're working out, cardio, and weightlifting. Girls especially, I highly recommend we do some weightlifting. If you're in your 40s, like I am, this is when we start to lose muscle mass and it starts declining severely. So lifting weights helps you retain muscle. And muscle is what is going to help get our metabolisms up and get those calories burned off faster than if we just did yoga a couple times a week and stretched and didn't break a sweat. So let's go break a sweat. Let's drink some extra water. Come on, girls. We got this. And guys, if you're following along, that's fine too. Let's go do this. Love you guys. Thank you for accepting me back into the YouTube community. And we're going to do this. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Have a great day.